Hey, good morning. These glow in the dark. I'm so pleased with them. I need to get more glow in the dark like eyewear. I'm just kind of feeling it. I'm feeling these glasses. I'm sorry. It's the small things for me. So, I had this really beautiful conversation yesterday with an artist, a local artist here in Seattle. Um, and we talked. We had some really deep conversations while we were volunteering at this art gallery, which was amazing. Um, but we talked about something that I think made me, it was realization for both of us. The realization for me is that I realized how much I've grown as a woman, as a Jada, as a person, as a human. And then I could relay at least some of my lessons that I learned the hard way to someone else, right? And it was based off of positivity. And, he was just saying, like, he kind of stresses himself out a lot. He kind of overthinks and he's trying to think positive. I said, no, that's actually detrimental to you. Now, why would I say that when so many people in the world make money off of like being positive? You need to be positive. You need to go ahead and, have happy thoughts. I think positivity and happiness are two different things. And so when we kept talking, he was just kind of like, so what do you suggest? I said, don't be positive, be neutral. I said, that's how I live my life now, right? Like I've been through some shit, everyone has, but I feel like the shit that I've been through in the past 3 to 4 years has really consolidated a lot of my life lessons. Like I feel that even though I'm still childlike in demeanor and in spirit, I'm not naive anymore, right? And I feel that when you're positive, you're naive. Positivity to me is hope straddled with desperation. It's like, I gotta think this, I gotta think this. It's frantic. And I said, you know how I live? I live in the void. He's just like, what does that mean? And I said, dig it. I live in voids. I learned this from this really cool guy on the internet, and it works for me. Um, when you live in a void, you basically throw your attentions out of what you want to do with your life, and you have no expectations about the outcome. That's what makes life so magical. I feel that the energy around us, and I'm not being hippie, I'm feeling like thoughts are things. I'm a science fiction writer. I believe in quantum physics. I mean, it's too many studies that prove them. Einstein already proved that energy is frequency, vice versa. We've already had Japanese scientists prove about the holographic theory of life, right? We are living in a literal matrix. And when we live in voids, when we decide, in my opinion, to be neutral, you can still be happy, meaning that you're content with what you have. You can still be that awesome person, but you're not straddling yourself with positivity, because positivity means you're expecting a certain outcome. And that's what's toxic. And he was just kind of sitting there like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, like we used to talk about like, I really would like these grants. And I'm just like, okay, well then apply for them, follow up with them, and then do all you can do and leave the rest. And then he was just like, well, will that work? And I was just like, it works for me. It works for me. I've met some of the greatest people in my life. I've had some of the greatest experiences in my life. I've had some of the greatest loves in my life, by just being neutral, by not caring. Like, I think if people met the Jada when I was in my 20s and 30s and they compared her to the Jada now, they'll realize that this Jada gives no fucks. And it's not because I'm lambasting who I am. It's just like I really don't care anymore because I know I'll be taken care of. I know that my energy and my soul is clean enough that if I have something that goes wrong in my life, it's a lesson. See, I don't think like good or bad. I think of like progress or lesson. I think about voids. I put my intentions out into the world and then I let it go and I forget about them. I take care of myself. I go on with my day. I forgive those who wrong me because I'm kind of like, look, if you have wronged me, that has no reflection on me because my soul is clean enough that I know I've done good for you. But that's a reflection on you. And that's not my gig to worry about your soul and your path. And I find that when I live like that, good people come my way. The people who have wronged me will come my way too. And then I get to choose if they're progress or a lesson. And I think the world will be a better place if we stop thinking about positivity and negativity and we stop thinking about the outcomes and we actually just start thinking about living in voids and expecting nothing and just taking care of ourselves and being kind to other people, giving what we want to get. And that's not, I don't know how to say this. It may sound trite, it may sound simple, but believe me, it's not simple. It isn't. I had like a relative post something on the internet about, women and what they bring to the table. And then I had another relative talking about men and, they should pay all the bills. It's like a win-lose game, right? It's like, I gotta win. I gotta go. And that's, to me, that doesn't say that you're happy with yourself. To me, that says that you have expectations and that you don't live in a void. When I hear stuff like that, when I read things like that, it shows me how not devoid you are in spirit, but how sad you are in spirit. That you still live by expectations of others and what you think is fair. But no one's going to be fair to you if you're not fair to yourself, right? So, this is where the conversation went. I was like, stop being positive. Stop being negative. Just be neutral, I hope that works. My hair's kind of all over the place, but I find that I'm a happier person that way because I don't have any expectations for anything. And whoever lives out there, but I live here and I'm the only one that matters. And if they want to jump on the train and be happy with me, cool. And if they don't, that's their path, right? People forget that, yes, human beings, we do have free will, but our path is laid out for us. The board game's already set. We just have the dice. That's it. Okay, good morning.